Hey, what's up, guys? Red Dirt Outdoors, and I'm doing an unboxing of a new knife that I just got. And I picked this knife up because of losing that CRKT M16 that I carried for a long time. This knife is not as long, it's not as skinny, it's not as thin, but it's you know similar to the blade style that I already had on that. And I actually already opened it. It comes looking like it's in an AK mag, and it's just a nice regular little box that you put it in. And the knife is the Boker Kalashnikov 74 automatic. There's tons of different grip colors and tons of different blade styles that you can get, but pretty much they're all the exact same knife other than those minor differences. My family actually sells these at their jewelry store, so I called them up, asked what they had in stock, and just let me grab, you know, that one. My dad actually sent me a text message and with the three different styles there were that they had at the store, because the order from their wholesaler, they've got to have a pretty decent size order before they can get anything in. So to save me time and just be able to have it now, I just went with what they had in stock. But you can get it at their store in Graham. It's the jewelry store on the corner, Everett's Jewelers. I've seen these online. I've seen them at a couple other knife stores, and I've seen a lot of reviews on these. And well, I'm not gonna do like a full test on this where I'm out trying to break the knife and pushing it to everything it's got. I'm not going to do that. There's plenty of that on YouTube already. But this is my Boker Kalashnikov. It's gray handle, black blade. It's got this nice, really long, deep belt clip, and there is no play in it right now. So whether that, none of my knives I've ever bought had any play in it. My Havalon has developed a lot of play in it. My Gerber hasn't developed any. My CRKT really wasn't developing any play. It just got snagged by that cast net. But it's got aluminum handle. The steel is a really good steel. Heard it keeps an edge really well, and with it being automatic, it's that easy to deploy. I've got the partial serration. Sometimes you want this style, sometimes you want this style. So that's just a good all-around work knife for me. They've got, I can't remember what this is called, but it's a texture for you to put your thumb on, and they've got these finger grooves, and it just fits in your hand really well. You flip it over, it's got the grooves right here on the back, and it fits in your hand really well for whatever application you're going to hold it like this in. Not particularly a fighting knife. I know that a lot of people see this and they're like, oh, that's a fighting knife. Not necessarily. There's applications where you might need that. But it's just good all-around work knife. And that's why I got it, because my CRKT was a work knife. This work knife, you can open and close with one hand because of this button right here. So, automatic has its advantages. It locks when you do that, so not a lot of disadvantages other than if the spring breaks, you're no longer going to be able to use that knife. So that's kind of why I picked this particular one, because I am pretty hard on my knives. Usually the pretty finish that it comes with is gone before too long because I use it extensively. I'm carrying it all the time, and so it's gonna start rubbing and wearing and not gonna look as new or nice after I've used it for quite a bit. But this is an automatic knife, and I've seen them for different prices on the internet. The store price we have at the store and the price that I've seen in other knife stores are pretty comparable to each other, but it's under $100 for a good knife that is going to work for work purposes, and if you break it, you're not out $200-300. You can drop it, throw it. It's holds up pretty well, a lot better. There's a review online. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's comparing this to another under $100 automatic out there, and this is the one that he said is a phenomenal knife based off of his experience with the more expensive ones. My experience from messing with the more expensive ones, very comparable. But if I break this one, it's not a Benchmade that cost me $300. It's not a Crishaw that cost me a couple $100. It's under $100. Good work knife. Every single time it operates the same way. I haven't felt any reduction in the spring. I've had under $100 automatics before that cost me $20. That was too cheap. The blade did not hold up, and eventually, after continued use, it would kind of poke out just a little bit right here where the tip of the blade was exposed, and I'd have to actually physically pull it all the way out, push the button, close it back in to even come close to being fixed. It eventually just tore apart. This one, I've only seen one review online where the guy broke it. He had it sitting in a drawer forever. Said he went to go cut something. I guess he tweaked the blade too much. Could just be that particular knife. May not be common for all their knives. I don't think there'd be as many good reviews out there for this particular blade if they weren't good. But my uncle's carried one since they started selling these. He's had no problems with his. But so that's the unboxing. That's just my initial take on it. Again, with the blade, this one's partial serrated. They have it where it goes all the way smooth, no serration. They've got Tanto style, reverse Tanto style. They've had some drop point looking ones. They've had dagger style ones. I think some of the dagger style ones are double sided, but the ones that I've looked at that I was considering having my family order for me at the store was sharp one side and just had the appearance on the other side, so you can still close it without cutting your hand open. I don't know how a double side one would work because it's, if it's coming straight out, that's not an automatic, that's a different category, and that's really the only way I can see a double sided one working. But you can do your own research if that's the style you want. Some states allow it, some states don't. Texas allows this. This is illegal here. Legal to carry, legal to use. Wet knife. They are considering it just a pocket knife. They're not considering it a weapon anymore, unless you're using it like a weapon. But good all around knife. They have it in a mini. They have it in a bigger size. I believe this is 3¼ inch blade. Mini's obviously going to be smaller. The bigger one, I don't know how much bigger it gets. I haven't really done that much research. I just know what we have at the store, and I've been pretty satisfied with it so far. I carried it all weekend, carried it all day today, and it's just been a good knife so far. Hit me back with a comment or a question if you can think of anything. Like the video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of reviews. I go fishing. It's about time for me to start getting into my hunting mode, so I'm going to try and take y'all hunting. I'm going to try and take my daughter hunting this year. This will be her first year to go out with me and do any hunting, so we'll see what that turns up. But always adding, always doing as much as I can, because I want this to be a teaching channel. I want this to be a shared experience channel, and really it's been my drive since I started. So also, on another note about the channel itself, recently saw that I'm pretty well over 1,000 views already in just a couple of months I've been doing this. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I've got some good comments, some likes on the videos, and I really appreciate it. I mean, I started out just wanting to try and connect and teach and just try and see if there's any interest in this at all, and y'all have shown some interest, so I appreciate all of you for tuning in and being a part of Red Dirt Outdoors. And I mean, 1,000 views plus is a milestone, so Uh, maybe before y'all know it, I'll have 10 subscribers, then, go up from there. And I'm really excited about the possibilities that we've got so far and what things are looking like. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you next time on Red Dirt Outdoors.